There can be a lot of darkness in the headlines today, but our Bill Anderson always looks for the light. And tonight, it's a family and community united to help a disabled woman who saw her taxes skyrocket. Here's Bill, for goodness sake.
So you've lived here pretty much all your life?
Yes, pretty much all my life. And I loved living here.
Alice Smith's parents knew that complications from her polio would make it difficult for her to ever be able to pay for her childhood home, and they didn't want her to have to leave. So they made the necessary arrangements for the home to be paid for before they passed away. But in New Jersey, a common problem, increasing taxes, has put Alice in the position where she could be forced out of that home where she's lived for nearly 60 years.
So your parents bought the house and gave it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, why'd they do that?
Oh, because they wanted me to stay here. And that was my dream.
Alice is both physically and mentally disabled. She's fairly independent, living on her own in Haddonfield with caretakers visiting daily, but I had been warned that she doesn't exactly adjust well to strangers. Thankfully, Alice and I immediately found a common bond.
I used to love to listen to WDAS at night with Georgie Woods. Oh my God, I had a ball listening to that.
I grew up at WDAS.
Oh.
Yeah, because my father used to manage that station.
Now that we're friends, she shared more of the situation. Alice receives permanent disability and her late father's pension, roughly $17,000 a year. With family support, she got by. But as taxes rose to $8,500, she got behind and faced foreclosure.
And if somebody told you they wanted you to move, what would you say?
Hell no, you go to hell.
Unfortunately, as Alice remained in her home, the foreclosure moved forward. The family didn't have the money to pay back taxes, and a reverse mortgage couldn't be completed because the house had thousands of dollars of improvements that had to happen first. So her brother and nephew launched a GoFundMe account.
Absolutely amazing and very encouraging. You just put out there that there's somebody in need, and how quickly people responded.
Thousands of dollars poured in, enough money to pay Alice's back taxes, make the home repairs, and complete a reverse mortgage. Alice's house appears to be safe.
There's other people out there who may not have the support network that Alice has, who also may be elderly or physically handicapped and may be getting taken out of their home.
While Alice showed me her love for the piano and we continued to talk old-time radio, she remains unaware of how close she came to losing the only house she's ever known.
All my memories have been in this house.
The hope is that Alice's story will inspire decision makers to take a long look at policies and how they impact many of those least able to care for themselves. For goodness sake, I'm Bill Anderson.